It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Titans on Monday Night Prime Time.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 99 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. We're scoreless after one. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And quickly they get to the line. To Chenault on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 10. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
After the sack on first down, Tannehill. Ebron with it over the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Henry. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Marlon Mack, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Kyler Murray, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Jameis Winston, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. We'll continue on and take a look at the next.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, Etienne once more. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A handoff for Etienne. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. A toss left, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Again, it's Henry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Back now here on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Caleb Chason. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure
under pressure, and they got to him again. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Once more, Etienne. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They go play action here on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.